Think about the last time you watched an intense action scene, a dramatic conversation, or a terrifying moment in a horror movie. What made it feel that way? Chances are the camera angle played a big role in shaping your experience. Welcome to Guides, English Language and Literature. In this video, we'll break down the most important camera angles, how they work, and how you can analyze them effectively. Before we begin, keep in mind that there are many different types of camera angles and shot techniques in filmmaking. However, we'll focus on the key ones that have the greatest impact on storytelling and analysis. 1. Identifying the shot angle. The first step in analyzing a video is identifying the camera angle. Each angle affects how we perceive a character or scene. It's important to note that while there are many different types of shots, we will focus on the most commonly used and the most effective for analysis. Low angle. The camera looks up at a subject. It makes characters appear powerful, intimidating, or heroic. High angle. The camera looks down on a subject. It makes them appear weak, vulnerable, or insignificant. Dutch angle tilted shot. A tilted frame creates unease, tension, or disorientation. Often used in horror or action films to signal instability or danger. Overhead, bird's eye view. Provides a godlike or detached perspective. Makes characters appear small, powerless, or insignificant. Eye-level shot. The camera is positioned at the character's eye level. This creates a neutral and balanced perspective, making the audience feel as if they are observing events naturally rather than being influenced by the camera's positioning. Other shots like eye-level shots are widely used in dialogue scenes, helping the audience connect with characters on a more personal level. Now, let's move on to shots that bring the audience closer to the action and emotions. 2. Close-up and specialty shots. Close-ups and specialty shots are used to highlight emotions, emphasize small details, and control what the audience focuses on in scene. Close-up shot frames a character's face or an object closely, capturing details and emotions. Often used in intense or emotional moments. Extreme close-up focuses on an even smaller part of the subject, such as eyes, lips, or hands. Used to create tension, intensity, or highlight crucial details. Wide shot, long shot, shows the character in their environment, giving context to their surroundings. Can be used to emphasize a character's isolation or connection to the world around them. Over-the-shoulder shot shows a character from behind, looking at another subject. Creates a sense of perspective, making interactions feel more personal and immersive. Understanding these shots helps us analyze how filmmakers guide the audience's attention and emotions. 3. Movement and framing techniques. While camera angles define how we see a scene, movement and framing techniques influence how a scene flows and how the audience experiences it. Tracking dolly shot. The camera moves with the subject, creating a smooth, immersive experience. This movement helps the audience feel as though they are moving with the characters. Example: in Goodfellas, the famous Copacabana tracking shot follows Henry and Karen through the nightclub in one continuous take, drawing the audience into their world. Extreme long shot, establishing shot, shows a vast setting, often to introduce a location or emphasize a character's isolation. Used frequently in epics and war films to establish scale. Two shot frames two characters together in a single composition, emphasizing their relationship and interactions. Often used in dialogue-heavy scenes to highlight dynamics between characters. Other important ones include handheld camera movement. The camera is held without stabilizing equipment, creating a raw, shaky effect. Often used in documentaries, war films, or intense action scenes to make the audience feel as if they are inside the action. Crane shot. The camera moves up or down dramatically, often starting from a low position and rising to reveal the full scene. Creates a cinematic, sweeping effect often used in grand moments or reveals. By understanding movement and framing, we can analyze not just what we see, but how we experience a scene. Determining the effect of the angle. Now that we understand the context, let's analyze how the camera angle affects the audience's perception of the scene. Questions to consider. Does the angle make a character look more powerful or more vulnerable? Does it create a sense of intimacy, fear, confusion, or distance? Does it emphasize action, emotion, or a character's state of mind? In The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, a high-angle shot of Frodo when he realizes the burden of the One Ring makes him appear small and overwhelmed. This emphasizes his vulnerability and the immense responsibility he carries. In the Avengers, a low-angle shot of Loki during his confrontation with Black Widow makes him seem menacing and dominant. This reinforces the idea that he sees himself as superior to others, enhancing the theme of arrogance and power. Contextualizing the scene. Once you've identified the camera angle, the next step is understanding its purpose within the context of the scene. A shot is never used randomly. It always serves a specific function in the story. Questions to consider. What is happening in the story at this moment? How does the camera angle reinforce emotions or themes? How would the scene feel different if a different angle was used? Support with film themes. Great film analysis doesn't just describe what happens in a scene. It connects it to the film's larger themes. Camera angles are not just technical choices. They help tell the deeper story by reinforcing emotions, power dynamics, and key ideas. Questions to consider. How does the shot emphasize themes like power, fear, isolation, heroism, or vulnerability? How does the camera technique reinforce character development or the film's message? For example, in The Shawshank Redemption, when Andy escapes from prison, the overhead, bird's eye shot of him with his arms raised symbolizes his liberation. The high-angle perspective makes him look small yet powerful, reinforcing the film's theme of hope and freedom. By linking camera angles to a film's themes, we gain a deeper understanding of how visual storytelling shapes meaning. Writing a structured analysis using the Peel method. Peel stands for Point. Introduce the camera angle and its purpose. Evidence. Describe a specific scene where this angle is used. Explanation. Explain its effect on the audience. Linking sentence. Connect it to the film's themes. Example Peel paragraph. Example Peel paragraph. The use of a low-angle shot in Citizen Kane emphasizes Charles Foster Kane's power and ambition. In this scene, Kane is giving a speech to a crowd of supporters. The low-angle shot makes Kane look larger than life and gives him a sense of dominance. This shot helps to convey the theme of power and corruption that runs throughout the film. And that's your complete guide to analyzing camera angles in videos. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more in-depth English literature and film analysis content. See you in the next video.